Thanks, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you Kangen energy right now? Yes. Wow, that is what I call Kangen energy. But anyway, in the event, mostly I'm the last speaker, I'm the final speaker. So you've learned so much today, right? So much today. So my training actually is just I'm going to tell you my story, how it started. Okay, so I don't have any slides. So anyway, I started this business. Not really I started the business, but I found this technology. I was introduced to this technology in 2004. 1 year after the open United States of America. I had no idea, just like you guys. 2004, my wife suffered what you call RA, or rheumatoid arthritis. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Rheumatoid arthritis is actually making your fingers deform, the feet, the toes, all the joint. So that was 2004, and she's been giving prescription from the doctor, and it didn't work. Not a single medication didn't work. So she was bedridden for 3 months. From 130 pounds, her weight drops to 89 pounds. So it's almost like skin and bones. And every day, 24 hours, pain. She moans in pain every single night. And to see someone you love, and you can do nothing, you say, that's the greatest frustration at all. And I say to myself, what we can do now is just pray to God that someone will come and someone will introduce us to whatever it is that would relieve her suffering. And true, lo and behold, a friend of mine came 6 o'clock in the morning, knocked on our door, and he said, Jayvee, try this water. And I said to myself, this is crazy, guys. I was like, the medication given by the doctors don't even, right? So I said to myself, but anyway, as a friend, of course, you have to respect your friend, right? Or friend said, this is a gift. So she came and I said, okay, question number 1. Are these clean water? That's my question, right? Because she carries those 2 gallons of Kangen water in a black plastic bag, the garbage bag. She was looking like, really? Are these really clean? Say, yes, this is clean from Japan. Wow. Said, are you sure you're from Japan? Said, no, just try it. The second question I asked her, I said, Rosie, that's her name, Rosie, my friend. Rosie, how do we drink the water? I'm just kidding, everybody knows how to drink the water, right? And she said, oh, good thing you asked. You should drink this water first thing in the morning, empty stomach, okay? And then what's next? That's it. I said, okay. So my wife started drinking the water. Okay? 2 days after, she got up in the morning and said, I feel great. I feel relief from some pains, right? Because aside from rheumatoid arthritis, she was suffering from GERD. I don't know if you're familiar, acid reflux, right? Okay? So she cannot lie flat. When she sleeps, she sits down like 45 degrees for 1.5 years to suffer. We're taking purple pill, they call it Nixium, And 2 days after drinking Kangen water, it's just gone. And it's like, wow, that is very powerful, right? And I said to myself, for 1.5 years, and 2 days drinking that, I said, oh my God. So I called my friend, I said, Rosie, where can we buy this water? And Rosie said, we don't sell the water. I'm not selling the water. If you want, you can come to my house every single day, as long as you carry your own plastic jar, right, with water. I said, Rosie, because Rosie lives like 20 miles from me. It's far. And I said, Rosie, number 1, I said, you forgot that, my car is a junk car. The most is 4 blocks. And I said, oh, sorry, I forgot. To see that particular year where we're suffering, My wife's problem, number one, is health. Number two, financially, we are broke. We are broke. In fact, our house was in the process of foreclosure. The bank wants to repossess. So during that period, we are just borrowing money from friends. We survive because we're just borrowing money. That's all it is. And I thank God that that there are friends who really help us. So we just borrow money, and my kids just save every penny. Every penny you put in a jar. I don't know if you have it here, but in the US, they have a little machine in the grocery store. Once you have that money, full, coins, just dump it, and it just sort out, and then the coupon will come out. So the coupon that you use that's what we used to buy our breakfast, our grocery. That was tough time, right? Anyway, Rosie said, "JB, I'll pick you up. I'll bring you to the office." So she brought me to the office. The first office of Binajek is a very small office. They were renting on the fifth floor. It's about 500 square meters. It's like size of the garage. The garage, right? It's the size of that. So I went in. Then I saw a big poster, huge poster, with a picture of the machine. And I said to myself, wow. And they got all inscriptions in Japanese. But the one that really caught my eye is the one on the bottom part of the poster. In English. I said, approved as medical device by Japan Ministry of Health. And I said to myself, no question. I said, Rosie, I want to buy the machine. So I went there and said, okay, I want to buy the machine. When I learned the price, I almost died. Oh my God, that's too expensive. Are you sure this is the price? Yes. And I said, wow. But in my mind, I have to get the machine for my wife. I don't care. So what I did, I borrowed money again. I borrowed money from my friend who introduced me to water. I said, Rosie, just give me, could I borrow money? I said, okay, sure. Okay. So it took them about a week and a half to put the money together. You go out the machine. My wife issued post-dated check for 10 months. Right? So we went, pick up the machine. I'm so happy to get a machine. Right? So my wife started drinking the water every single day. But I have to remind her because she's not a water drinker. My wife drinks soda and coffee, that's it. So every day I have to remind, okay, here it is. Drink the water, every day. Right? And then after a month, I received a call from the office. Said, Jayvee, your check bounced. I said, okay, hold on. I think you made a mistake. If you look at the check, it's my wife's check. Not mine. Oh, she was so mad. So, we don't have money. We're broke. Right? The second month, I received a call, the same thing. They said, your check bounced again. The third month is the same thing. The company called, they said, Jayvee, your check bounced again. And I said to myself, we don't have money. No. The fourth month, the manager called, Jayvee, I want that machine in my office today. You're going to repo, my machine. But in my mind, I said, over my dead body, I'm not getting this machine. I don't care. So I called my friend again, say, Rosie, I need your help. I need to see the manager. So she picked me up, go, and explained to the manager, said, the reason why I bought the machine is for my wife, who is suffering. And you know, guys, what this manager said? The Japanese guy. And he said, you know what, Jayvee? I'm very sorry to hear that your wife is very ill. This is what I can do for you. I'd like you to keep the machine. I will keep the check. It's not going to work anyway, the check. But I want you to keep the machine. Hopefully it will truly help your wife. I almost cried. I said, wow, it's amazing, you know? So we got the machine, keep drinking the water, and after 5 or 7 months, I get the result, you know? By the way, she was not cured. She was not able to manage. You know, her appetite came back, you know, slowly she could stand up, and and have gain weight, a little bit, right? So that's when we decided to do the business. I said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is the only way we can repay Inagic by doing the business, right? So then I started doing that. There's no formal training before. No formal training. There was this guy who trained us, Mr. Miyagi. He came to US to do a presentation for everyone. So there's only few people. There's no brochures, nothing. What I have to do is really study, experiment the water. That's all we can do for, right? So then I made sure that I have 3 appointments every single day. Home appointment, I go to people's houses. And I'll make sure also that within the area where my car could be, but if you pass that, maybe like a farther appointment, I have to borrow her car. And I have to borrow money also to buy the machine, the gas, you know what I'm saying? So that was tough. Every day, I make sure I have 3 presentations. Home presentation, I have to bring my machine to do presentation, right? For 45 days, I was doing it. And I never made a single sale. Never made a single sale. 45 days. So if you multiply 45 times 3, that'll be what, 120, 125, right? And I said to myself, what is really, people are, I was telling the story, how my wife benefited from it, right? And I sit there like, I sit there not listening, you know what I'm saying? And I have, usually the first thing you do is like your friends, correct? You approach your friend, right? You approach your relatives, correct? That's all it is. You started from, they call it warm market, right? So anyway, what happened there is that I realized, I sat down and I said, what is really wrong? Why do people don't even get that, message that we are sending? So I found out, to me, in my analysis, I said, I think there's, I'm not following Mr. Osiro's mission. I was really focusing on money, focusing on commission. So I have to really close the sale, which is really true during the period, right? So I changed my mindset. I said to myself, mission first, before commission, right? Mission before commission. Mission before commission. It works. The following day, I made a sale. Woo! Oh my God, believe me, those 3 employees in Magic, they're happy. They're having a party. Jayvee, I know you can make it, man. Come on. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited, my first sale. Right? 1 week and a half later, I received a call from the manager and said, Jayvee, bad news. What do you mean bad news? Your customer just came and returned the machine. I was scared because I already spent the money. He came and returned the machine. My first sale. I said, so I called my customer and said, well, what is this? Why did you return the machine? I just want to know. Oh, I went to the website. There are cheaper machines out there. During the time there were 20. I didn't even know. Then I did my research. There were 20 during that time. Wow, they look the same, They are Korean made. They're all Korean made. So I did my research, and then I looked at the ISO certifications and stuff. And I said, ISO certification. I said, wow, that's powerful. So I just pursue and continue. So just do a demo. That's all, because we are looking at something. And then one of those demos, I was a 5A at that time. That was 2005. Then one person came in, Jonathan Sumbilio. That started the revolution in Los Angeles. We are making about 100 units per month. That's the group alone. So they're power, And then the following year, Romy came in. Romy came aboard. Said, whoa! Right? That's it. I only have 2. Jonathan and Romy. And Romy signed in Cynthia below him, right? Okay? So, 2006, I paid every single personal loan. Everything I paid. That's the first thing I did. I was powerful, man. That feeling is so powerful. Right? So, that literally changed my life. And the message I'm here, guys, is there's only two. Number one is persistence. You got to get focused and persistence, right? But that's important. You got to go through that, and then you have to, because no matter what, you're gonna go through it. They will turn you down. The second one is in this kind of business. If you are any kind of business, okay? Remember, you're sleeping with the enemy. You are sleeping with the enemy. And who's that enemy? It's you. It's you. You got to have a discipline to do it, right? So sometimes you just want to go sleep. Man, it's cold, wow. Oh, I don't want to go. Right? So those are the things that I experienced. But before I have to get up and then just do it. Sometimes you feel so tired, but still you gotta get up and go, right? So anyway, guys, I'm running out of time. That's all my message to you. And first of all, I would like to thank all of you, because without you guys, without you, I won't be where I am right now. No matter what, every 2 days, keep us delivered, you get something from you. Okay, so, and I know you guys will become 2-3 pretty soon. Who wants to become 2-3? 2-4? 5? Whoa! Anyway, guys, so thank you so much for giving me the time. And they always say, like Napoleon Bonaparte said, although I love you all, I cannot embrace you all. Thank you.